What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Ziggy Doom, man. Real quick, I just want to address this and get it out the way. It's a lot going on with the whole R. Kelly, Michael Jackson thing. So I just wanted to give y'all my take on it and be done with it, because it is like really a hot topic and everybody got their opinions. So I just want to give y'all my take on it. First of all, do I think R. Kelly is guilty of doing indecent acts with minors? Yes, I do. I think he's, guilty of doing that. It's a lot of things that happened, back with his first, trial that was just crazy. The room that he recorded the little girl in, the young lady in, when they sold that house, a lot of people don't know this, but when they sold that house, that room actually still had the cameras in it, set up and everything. So it was R. Kelly house, and when they sold it, that room had cameras set up in the same places where it was recorded, So, I mean, it's way too much against him. Now, here we are now, 2018. R. Kelly is not doing himself any favors by going on TV and trying to plead a case. If you are innocent, why are you trying to go on TV? It worked the first time. People really felt some kind of way about it, and I get it. They can't really use that against him, but it doesn't help his case. The best thing for him to do is to be quiet and let his lawyer handle all that stuff, legal things or whatever. Gail wasn't bringing him on because she cared about him or think, he's innocent. She was bringing him on to try to get something out of him and to, boost her ratings. That's what it's about, man. So R. Kelly did himself no favors in that regard. Now, the thing about it is, this is why I think that his case may not be open and shut. Because all of those women that came forward, if one of them is lying or, is found out to be not telling the truth, that's going to ruin the whole defense against him. And let me tell y'all, them savages are definitely suspect. That father is suspect. And the woman that they had doing the interviews, I'm going to put a link in this video. The woman that they had doing the interviews, you could see him in the background kind of mouthing and telling her what to say. And it's so crazy how, when you look at it, it's like, wow. So I think some of those women are at fault, and I think some of them are completely fabricating the story. The Savage family, I don't trust them at all. That dude just looked like a con man, hustler type dude, and I don't trust him. How can you allow your child to live with someone and not have no way at all of going, trying to see about her, getting her anything? This is before she was she's an adult now, but before that, this has been going on for years. A lot of people talking about R. Kelly brainwashing and stuff like that. That kind of stuff can happen. Young women, especially young women who come from poor backgrounds with no education and ain't got nothing going for themselves, they're vulnerable to stars, and they're starstruck by him. The guy can sing and he has charm, but they're starstruck by him, so he can kind of use that as leverage. Like Lunel said, you never seen R. Kelly with a Rihanna, or a Beyonce. You've never seen that. All the women he dealt with were like, I'm not going to say bottom of the barrel, but they really didn't have much going for themselves. His wife, Drea, she's suspect too, because back in the day, she was supporting him, singing his songs and saying she going to reap the benefits. Now she's playing the victim. She got 3 kids with the man. The man's really that bad. You don't have 3 kids with somebody that you don't like. It doesn't make sense. You got 1 kid with somebody that's a loser or a deadbeat or abusive, okay, but you had 3. So obviously, you kind of was reaping the benefits of that stuff. And now she's trying to cash in again. That's just how I see it, y'all. Now, everybody goes into the, black women get ignored or disregarded, when it comes to stuff like this. But most of his victims were black women who put themselves in situations that allowed that to happen. I'm not talking about the younger women, okay? I'm not talking about the minors. Some of these women were of legal age that had relationships with him and allowed the stuff to happen. So, and even to this day, there are still women that are starstruck by him and completely support and endorse him. It's unfortunate, but that's how it is. The Savage family, black family, got their daughter over there, and now, all of a sudden he brainwashed them. And once again, I just feel some kind of way about the Savage family. That's my opinion. And one thing about opinions, when they don't go with the masses, then you'll get crucified, especially on social media. But an opinion is not the truth. It's not fact. It's just your opinion. In my opinion, R. Kelly is guilty of, you know, those acts, you know, the ones with the minors and everything. I think he's guilty. I don't know how people can't see that. I mean, Aaliyah was underage. He even said she was underage, then forged the marriage thing and tried to say he didn't know. But I mean, whatever. But a lot of these women that are not victims are trying to cash in. It's just there. It's so easy. And what happens is when you have people that do that and they get found out, it becomes reasonable doubt. And reasonable doubt will not help the defense trying to prosecute R. Kelly. So the Savage family, old girl with them crazy braids, even Drea, you know, y'all need to be careful, man, because it really is victims out here that get abused and get manipulated and get, you know, locked in basements, and they're afraid to come out. And when they see people like R. Kelly walk, or people that you know help his case, then it shuts them down. It makes them, well, I'm not gonna come out because nothing's gonna happen, you know. And you know, once again, the whole black women thing, the little girl who he had the sex video with, Sparkle's niece, her family testified and said that she wasn't at his house, and the girl testified and said that wasn't her. So obviously they got paid off. Now, you see what I'm saying? Money is a you know, they say it's the root of all evil, but you know, money can corrupt. And for them people to do that, let me know how they felt about their daughter. They put a price on their daughter, and that's unfortunate. But that's what happens, man. You throw enough money in people's face, all that black, all that you know, my family, that stuff can kind of go out the window. And it sucks because that little girl was on that tape, man. Anybody saw the tape, that was her. That was her. But her family and her, they said it wasn't, that they couldn't do nothing about it, man. It was, you know, it was a wrap. So R. Kelly goes on TV, and bro, when you stand up swinging over a woman, in the interview he was swinging, and I gave y'all 30 years. That just doesn't look good. It doesn't. It may not hurt you, but it doesn't help you either. So that was not smart, Robert. You know, and like I say, he still has supporters. The majority of his supporters, guess who the majority of his supporters are? Black women. Okay, so you know, we got to be careful when we talk about how, well, oh, if black women, you know, if this happened to Becky with the good hair or whatever, it would be different. But at the same time, black women are empowering him, you know, to be able to do these things. And I think it's absolutely vile, you know, hanging out at McDonald's and getting young girls and, you know, but he has to be proven, you know, beyond a reasonable doubt guilty. And any of these women that's coming forward with bogus stories ain't gonna help, man. So like I said, I'm gonna put the link in the description. I didn't want to keep this long, you know, because it's so many opinions about it. You know, everybody has their opinion. Oh, he's guilty. Oh, he's innocent. Oh, women are trying to cash in. Oh, women are. But at the end of the day, you're not going to. They can't prosecute him if there's reasonable doubt. And these women and these families that's coming forward with bogus stories, that's not gonna help, man. So Kels, in my opinion, you're guilty, bruh. You know, that video, pretty much, that video, Aaliyah, and that video with that little girl convinced me that you are a troubled individual and, you know, you need help. But I can't convict him. I'm not the judge, jury, or executioner, and no one else is. So we have to let the justice system, you know, take its course and see what happens from there. You know, do they find people innocent that's guilty? Yes. Do they find people guilty that's innocent? Yes, but that's the system. So at the end of the day, people are going to have their opinions about Robert. None of it really matters, you know, until, well, it doesn't really matter. None of the opinions. After he goes to court and, you know, everything gets settled and he gets his hearing and the judge, you know, hands down, whatever, we go from there. But I just wanted to touch on it because it was like a hot topic, and there's so many memes, and even Saturday Night Live did the most funniest sketch ever about it. I think, you know, that's gonna have to go down as one of the best skits ever about it. But I think the man is guilty of these things, and I think he needs to get help. But I'm just a regular old YouTuber. But that's it, man. Thank y'all for watching this video. If you like it, feel free to share, subscribe. Y'all know the routine, man. Thanks for supporting me. Got more videos coming, but that's all I just wanted to touch on this R. Kelly thing, man. I'm out. Y'all be easy.